Aquarius, welcome to your general reading. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. What's going on? Show me Aquarius, please. What is going on for Aquarius, please? Show me Aquarius, please. What's going on? What's going on for Aquarius? Is Page of Cups. Nine of Cups. Okay. Two of Cups. Well, we got some love here. We're feeling the love with somebody. That's great. That's lovely. Page of Cups, Nine of Cups, Two of Cups. This is lovely. You know, this is emotional fulfillment. It feels good to you. Could be new. Page of Cups. Sometimes it's that new emotional investment. Starts with some communication. A little bit inquiry on the emotional side. Nine of Cups, it feels good to you. Two of Cups, don't fix what ain't broke. So that's great. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that for you. That's a lot of love energy. That's fantastic. It might be someone new. I don't know. Page of Cups, a little tentative. It's a little shy. All right, but it's a start. It's a start, and so it did. Nine of Cups, Two of Cups. That's beautiful, honey. That's beautiful. Show me. Who is surrounding, please? Who is surrounding, please? Who is surrounding Aquarius? Who is surrounding Aquarius, please? That's so refreshing for you. That's amazing. Show me. Who is surrounding Aquarius? Show me. Queen of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Queen of Cups. Well, whoever's connected to you seems to have some very strong air energy, so they could literally be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, of course. They seem to be approaching this connection from a mind space first, but then it opens up to a Queen of Cups in their future orientation. Okay. So this might be someone who tends to default to their mind quite a bit. Someone who might be very intelligent, okay? Someone who has a kind of a quick sense of humor, you know. Someone who might be a little sharp and they tend to be very action-oriented, okay? Maybe they don't mince words, I don't know. But they start out in an air pattern and then they go into water in the future, which is good because that's more where you are, okay? But yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice to see their energy convert. It goes into a love space. It starts off up here, but then it transfers into emotional, which is beautiful. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Also charming. I always forget to say the King and Queen of Swords can be quite charming. Absolutely. It's part of that intelligence, right? Okay. Yes. For some of you, there might have been a little competition involved around somebody's energy. Show me. Show me the energy shared between these two. Show me the energy shared between these two. Show me the energy shared between these two. My daughter's an Aquarius. And we actually had this discussion yesterday about power cards. And she asked me for like the 100th time. It's like no matter how many times I explain it, she's like, I don't understand. It's like, why is it a naked girl? For that, why does she have to be naked? It's gross. I don't like it. And I'm like, honey, it's not about naked or being naked. It's about someone who is so comfortable with who they are, they don't fear vulnerability, you know. And that's the power of the star. It's like I know who I am. I know what I'm about. I am so in touch with myself. I don't need clothing, you know. I do what I do, and it's about you fear nothing when you're that open and honest with yourself, right? You fear nothing, not even in the nighttime. Ace of Cups, I would say. Seven of Wands. There's a little bit of blockage. Four of Wands, baby. We got commitment energy written all over this. This is fantastic. For some of you are in the process or you're headed towards commitment. Okay, there's a little bit of resistance here, but it's honestly not hitting my radar in any way that's substantial. Yeah, Ace of Cups, I should say. Yeah. Now this could be for some of you it is reconciliation. You're healing possibly your heart space with someone else. It's, but I don't know. I'm not convinced of that. I need to see more cards. But for some of you, you might be healing your cup with someone else, and that might explain a little bit of the shyness and why they might be coming forward with a little bit more of the sword energy. For some of you, yes, it's reconciliation. For others of you, this is kind of like a brand new thing. Okay? We'll see which is which. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. The situation is what it is. You either resonate with it or you don't. And if you do, congratulations. This is a beautiful board. Okay? The overview, please. The overview. The overview, please. Yeah, it's a great conversation. It's like that I had with her about the star card and how that's Aquarius' power card and that why does she have to be naked? It's it's about fearing nothing. When you know who you are, you don't need clothes. It looks like she's vulnerable, but in the contrary, she's just so comfortable with who she is, she doesn't need to hide any aspect of herself. And that's hard for a 9-year-old to understand, right? Okay, 9 of Wands. We'll see why you're showing some exhaustion here. All right, repetition of behaviors. I just knew I was going to pull that for you. I don't know why. I just knew that I was. But yeah, the 9 of Wands is here. There's some resistance. Okay. Possibly some blockages, this idea of I'm going to give it another try, chronic behaviors, tackling the same problem over and over again, but the results don't seem to change, so we're going to see where that 9 of Wands is coming from. But honestly, this is beautiful. Let's keep it going. But yeah, we have 4 of Wands. We got some sort of relationship and or commitment energy. I do not assume marriage when I see 4 of Wands, nor should you. It's basic, fundamental. I understand I'm in this, and I'm happy. Are you reflecting that too? So again, i.e. relationship. So it's the principle of 1 and 1 equals 2, or in this instance, 2 and 2 equals 4. An equilibrium of shared happiness in the existence of something we understand that gives us happiness, pleasure, and love. That is a relationship. You got me? I always have to clarify that because like, oh, marriage. Just slow down. We'll see. If the Hierophant lands over that guy, I'll be like, yeah, it's legit. But regardless, I'm just happy to see this kind of energy. Let's start right here. What's kicking up a fuss? What's this 9 of Wands about? Show me this 9 of Wands, please, for Aquarius. And then, of course, when I showed her Scorpio's card, which is Dash, she's like... That's hilarious. That's hilarious. 9 of Wands. Show me the 9 of Wands, please. Show me the 9 of Wands, please. Show me the 9 of Wands. Show me that 9 of Wands, please. And of course she asked me the inevitable question. Are Scorpios the crazy ones? Like, honey, crazy is a matter of perspective. Look at your sign. Hey, crazy can be a matter of perspective. Show me that. Oh, okay. 6 of Wands. All right. Confidence to overcome something that has been proving burdensome. What is this? No. What is this? If you're new to my channel, I prefer it when they fully flip or hit the table. That's just how I am. It also works for me. King of Swords to the 5 of Pentacles. There is some sort of determination in your energy that says, I got to recover from this. I need to. It was a long time coming. There you are. King of Swords. It's like... I'm tired of being disconnected from myself. I want to feel good again. It's not the easiest thing. I'm going to try again. Okay. It's kind of like I need to recover my energy. Okay. Aquarius is saying, I want to feel good again. Sometimes it's exhausting to try to pick up the pieces of my life, be it in a place, circumstance, situation, or person. I don't know. There is some breakage here. You're looking at it critically as the King of Swords. And it's the simple idea is like, look, I'm tired, and I'm also tired of feeling like I'm not complete in my energy, right? There's something in you that you feel disconnected from, and you're tired of it. And for some of you, it's tying back to your sense of confidence, okay? So if you are recovering from a break, if you're tired of feeling like, you know, you're just a single Aquarius out there, something like that. But you're being firm about it. And the idea is I want to feel good again. I want to feel good again. I do. And I'm kind of tired of my own bullshit. And, sorry. I'm kind of tired of my own bullshit and blocking stuff. You know, I'm kind of tired of being disconnected from myself and other people. Right? It's something like that. Yeah, underlying is the world. So, cycled out of something with somebody. But you understand with that Nine of Wands energy that you being disconnected from yourself and what it is you want or you're trying to achieve is not serving you. You're actually kind of exhausted by it. Okay. So I hope you got into a space of healing. I do. Oh, the Moon, the Hierophant. It's interesting. That's interesting energy. Taurus, Pisces for a start. You might have some energy here that you need to clean up about some how you really feel, how you approach and how you look at commitment energy. I'm not saying you're a commitment phobe. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is our commitment energy, our spiritual energy that says, I signed up to this. Okay? There are some things in you that might be changing. And it's really hard for the Hierophant to change. It's very hard for the Hierophant to change. So you might want to go within. Perhaps your views on traditions and normatives have changed. Perhaps there's something here that defines the attitude of traditions and normatives and contracts that you don't particularly agree with, but you may not know that about yourself. This is very you. You know, if there's anyone here, and my daughter can attest to this, if there's anyone here that likes to challenge the rules and normatives, it's you. You question everything. And part of you is questioning some of those things that don't sit well with you about spiritual commitment energy, what it looks like and why. Okay? It's like there's some things you just don't agree with, but it's not like breaking surface. I don't know if this will come into play later, but it's interesting. Okay? But for the most part, I see an Aquarius who's like, yeah, I'm tired of being disconnected. This insistence that I keep at this. No, I want to feel good again. Something like that. So that's interesting. That's interesting. You might have very different ideas about commitments now that haven't quite broken surface yet. All right, especially if you're coming from a place of breakage or breakup, something like that. Let's move on. Now, honey, you sporting some love energy. Okay, Page of Cups, Nine of Cups. Two of Cups. That's so cheesy. I did not just think of that. What is that, Foreigner? I want to know what love is. Oh, God. Did I just really hear that? I want to know what love is. Yeah, some of you, it's like your commitment energies are not what you thought they were, and you're learning that shit the hard way. And it's like, it's so easy to take that Hierophant energy for granted because it was set down in a rule book. This is the way things are. This is what commitments look like. Deal with it. Digest it. Incorporate it. Accept it as true. And some of you are learning the hard way through a breakage and being exhausted by your own energy and being disconnected from it. Like, you know what? I got a couple ideas about that rule book that seem to be fine for other people, but it's not necessarily fine for me. You know what I'm saying? You may not know that your spiritual energy is changing. You may not know that you're questioning traditions and norms. Just FYI. Okay. All right. Let's get into this. Show me the love energy, please, for Aquarius. What is going on here? We got so much love. That's nice for you. So that's very refreshing. Show me. Show me this Page of Cups, please. Show me that Page of Cups, please. Show me that Page of Cups, please. Tired of being disconnected from myself. Tired of it. There's something else here that you believe, man. I just don't know that you're in tune with it yet. We'll see how that plays out. Show me that Page of Cups, please. Excuse me. Page of Cups. Okay. Two of Cups. Honey, you're in love. Okay, I don't know how to... Aquarius is in love. Okay. This is not random. This is not hypothetical. There's someone else here that's provoking all this love energy. And it could just be that you were connected energetically in love I don't know that they're in your physical. I haven't seen one freaking pentacle for you or anything that denotes reality. But I just know that there is love energy here. It makes you feel good. You seem to be communicating with it to some extent. And it feels shared and balanced and joyous. I have the Two of Cups tithe. Okay? There is love energy here. All right? I want to see how it plays out. I want to see how this plays out. This is, I've never seen this much water for you. Like, ever. Okay? I might be dealing with Virgo. I got some Scorpio. What's going on, please? What else, please, about this Page of Cups? There's a love union here, a love bond. Bare minimum, a love bond. But, Five of Swords, you don't know if you trust it. You don't know if you trust it. You don't know if you trust it. Is it reliable? Is it safe? Yeah, I got emotionality here. And yes, it feels good to put my love cup into it. But I don't know if I can trust it, Five of Swords. Your thoughts pull back. Your thoughts pull back from the validity of this particular Two of Cups. Possibly. This may not be the union I want. This union may not be correct for me. This love energy, this love bond I have with someone may not be correct for me. You kind of have these sneaking suspicions. Let's see if there's any validity. Let's see. Let's keep going. I kind of... Six of Pentacles. So in that interim of not knowing if you can fully trust this emotional balance. I'm sorry. This. My sinuses are so bad. In not knowing if you can fully trust this connection, the Two of Cups, we balance with it. We make sure that it's even. Right? Six of Pentacles. So there's some real world energy. So there is a love contract here. You don't know if you can fully trust it in the terms of it being maybe your long-term, your forever person. But in not knowing that, you default to balance. Okay? So that's one of the things you're trying to discover, I believe. Show me this Nine of Cups, please. Show me this Nine of Cups, please. Yeah, one more. Show me this Nine of Cups, please. Nine of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. That's beautiful. That's lovely energy. That's lovely energy. That's lovely. Okay. I like this. I like this. Beautiful sense of self. Ten of Swords. You don't feel like you have an independent sense of self? I got 9 and 9. They're both positive. That tells me independence, joy. I understand myself and I understand what makes me happy. Ten of Swords begs to differ. Some of you feel like you don't have some of those aspects in your life. And like you're not free to be yourself. Seven of Cups. I don't know what to do. I get emotionally overwhelmed. I sometimes feel like I can't be me. Sometimes it's hard for me to find myself in this particular equation. Yes, there's love here. There is love here. I feel love with somebody, but it's like I can't express myself fully. It's like I don't have permission to be myself. I don't always have the freedom and independence that I want. I can't always act of my own free will, but I also have many feelings about that. There's some confusion in our feelings about what constitutes personal happiness, independence, sense of self. You know, and it's all part of the discovery process. It's all part of the discovery process. Show me that Two of Cups, please, in future. Show me the Two of Cups, please. Show me that Two of Cups, please, in future for Aquarius. Show me that Two of Cups, please, for Aquarius. Four of Wands just tried to pop out. Just tried to pop out. Two of Cups, please. There it is. If it was meant to be, it'll come back around. That's how it works. Union. There is a happy union here. There is a happy union here. It's looking like you are committing to this Two of Cups. There's something here about what is this? No. Okay, you're trying to bring more love into this situation, not less. Okay. Okay, the Magician, it's, the idea is that I don't always feel like myself. I may not have the freedom I want. I'm going to try to summon forth more love in this energy, in this equation, in this commitment, not less. Okay. It's kind of like your energy is trying to accept certain things that it's having a hard time coming to terms with. So that would kind of explain this back here. You don't particularly care for the disconnectivity. And you're kind of tired of it. And it's looking like it might be some of these aspects that you're struggling with about finding yourself in this love bond. The one that you don't know if you can totally trust. And that you don't know that you can always see yourself in. So you're going through a heck of a process. And the biggest process by far is that sense of self within this union. You know, can I really be me in this union? I don't always feel like me, and I don't always feel like I have freedom of self. That could be an issue. But that's something you insist that you have to tell yourself to come to terms with. Okay? I need to come to terms with that, and I'm trying to summon more feeling for this, not less. Okay? So it's looking like you're choosing to further go into the union, to deepen it. I don't know. You seem to be blocking ideas of walking away from this. Okay? You know, and it's like I'm going to summon forth more, not less. I block the idea of leaving this. I'm still choosing it. Okay? Like I said, there's still love here. It's looking like you're having a hard time finding your particular place in it, where you fit. And that's some of the things you're struggling with. But you continue to choose it. Because there is love here. Even if you can't always see yourself in it, even if you can't always find yourself in it, and I hope you do get to that space. I know you want to feel good again. And part of you misses your freedom. Clearly. Part of you misses being your own entity, your own person. And I did see that was very indicative to an issue there. The moon with the Hierophant. Some of you don't really know yet that some of you conflict or chafe with some aspects of commitment that don't seem to be serving you, but it hasn't come to the surface yet. I'm not saying you want a divorce. I'm not saying you're trying to leave this person. It's just there are some things in that commitment that you signed up for or that you are in that make you uncomfortable, that make you feel like you cannot be you. Okay? And that's kind of something you've had to deal with. You know, trying to incorporate that. It's like, when I look back on it, on those vows, they made sense at the time. It's what everybody else says, it's what everybody else does. But now that I've actually practiced it in a real loving relationship, I understand there's times where I don't feel like me at all. You know I love this person and I have a sense of responsibility towards it, but I sometimes feel like I personally, Aquarius, get lost in translation. Okay? And that seems to be the part you chafe against, but you're tired of being disconnected from yourself, first and foremost, and you would like that confidence again. Part of that is tying to your sense of individuation. Okay? And that's a very strong trait, and I mean strong Aquarian trait. Your freedom, your sense of self, your independence, your own mind, that is always going to be a strong thing for you. It's one of the things you are most well known for. Okay? And that's the very struggle I see. But it looks like an acceptable struggle. How this relationship will play out in the long term, I don't know. In the interim, I see you continuing to choose it. You are blocking yourself from walking away from it. You're trying to summon more for it, not less. But I still see you staying in this union. And I hope you get to a space where you can better see yourself. Because I agree with you in that respect, and this is one of the reasons I struggle with one of those, the same concepts of commitment, myself personally, and I'll share that with you. Absolutely, I understand this. The thing is, when two people are joined, they are joined, okay? But I promise you, a strong union respects each other as individuals. Otherwise, they're not strong. If they aren't already strong as individuals, the union can't be strong either. So I agree with you. In this respect, you need to further develop a sense of self within your union. Individuation. Okay? I agree with you. And it's going to help you satisfy this feeling of disconnectivity with yourself. And will help raise that confidence we're looking at. Okay? And if your person is reasonable, and if they love you, they will help you discover that. Okay? It's like, oh, we don't always have to be tied to the hip. Aquarius, yeah, you can do your own thing. Okay? You want to join the bowling league? Go ahead. Whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. It's obviously much bigger than that. I'm just trying to give you some sort of real world comparison. Okay? So I hope this helps. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but, you know, I understand where this is coming from. And like I said, it's full of love. There's times you don't fully trust it because there's times you don't fully trust what you're experiencing within it. Does that make sense? And that's true. Your instinct is correct. And there's times where you feel like you're making self-sacrifice. I'm giving up so much of myself to stay in something, and it kind of hurts me. It hurts me. I can't always find my place in this union. I understand there's a us, but I don't always feel like me, right? That's what I'm talking about. But in the immediate future, you're continuing to choose it, and you're not walking away from it at this time. You want to summon forth more emotions. That Eight of Cups concerns me a little bit. With the Magician there says, I'm trying to feel more for this, not less. But in the interim, I'm still choosing this relationship, this commitment. You got me? All right. Now let's see your person. They're showing a lot of air, but they seem to flip into a Queen of Cups in future. So show me this, please. This is quite interesting. I got very wrapped up in it. That was quite intriguing, Aquarius. You always give me something good to think about, and I appreciate you for that. Okay. Queen of Swords, please. Show me this person. Show me this person, please. 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 Show me this Queen of Swords. You have to excuse me if my tummy starts kicking off. I need a snack. Show me this Queen of Swords, please. For this person, show me this person, please. The Hierophant. Yeah. Okay, bingo. Yeah, so we got some sort of commitment here. We got some sort of commitment here for sure. Isn't it? It goes a little bit beyond relationship. Okay. So yeah, this person has a strong mind and that Hierophant energy. That same one, God dang it, why didn't I keep that? I keep pulling back to that. See, I keep pulling. This was such a huge ding dong right there. You know that moment, ding dong? There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. There's some aspects to this commitment you question and you energetically chafe against, but it's like, I'm not supposed to think that way. I'm not supposed to feel that way. This is the normative that people agree to. It's a standard. Why should I struggle with that? You know? And I can see how some of those aspects of commitment are chafing against your personality. Okay? And wanting to find more of yourself in this connection, not less. So here they are representing that kind of commitment. They have a strong mind, Queen of Swords. They kind of defer to the rule book, right? The Hierophant is the ultimate it's not a rip on the Hierophant. It's just, there are two major spiritual aspects in tarot, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. They're meant to work like this, like together. But usually people more often than not default to one or the other. So this person kind of defaults to the rule book, that Hierophant energy. I know this to be true because it was written down. So I kind of accept it as fact, right? This is how commitment is outlined in these 10 steps, and I abide by that. And I'm not trying to rip on your person, I'm trying to show you their approach to the connection. Strong mind, and they abide by that rule book. They abide by the standards, traditions, and norms that they understand commitment to look like. So they have a very strong sense of abidership, right? This is how we do it. This is how it's been outlined. That's what I agreed to. That's what you agreed to. And there's really no wiggle room there, right? There's no wiggle room there. No. The Hierophant did his job. He outlined everything for us, right? And there's some of those very things that are outlined that you chafe against. And I see it, and it's there. And if this person is showing so much sword, hopefully they can communicate with you effectively and that you two can balance up. Okay, because I know you've known each other a long time. I know. I see it. For some of you, you've been married 12 years or more. For some of you, 6. I'm seeing numbers across the board. See, there's some aspects of that relationship, you know. All right, what else, please? Anything else, please, about that Queen of Swords? Oh my goodness, I'm so hungry. Show me. Show me that Queen of Swords, please. Page of Pentacles. They don't really deviate from the norm, do they? This person doesn't really deviate from the norm. They kind of invest in repetitive thoughts. So Page of Pentacles, they invest over and over again in what they know to be. No, I know this to be true. I know this to be true because somebody said so, or this is the rule book, and I define myself and our relationship by this rule book. So they have a very strong sense of mind and determination. It's kind of like the NFL playbook, okay? They got a particular playbook that they abide by, and that's the only thing they really invest in. This is what I understand to be true, and this is how we do things. This is what I understand to be true, and this is how we do things. Why are you suddenly trying to change things, Aquarius? No, no, no. We don't do things like that. We do it this way. We've agreed to that, and that's one of the things you're chafing against, is something like that. You see what I'm saying? So when all else fails, this person defaults to my logic skills, my reasoning. This is the agreement. There's no flexibility here. So the investment goes back on itself. So there's not much flexibility in this person's energy, but they have that tendency to, it's sincere. They really believe these things, if that helps you. There's just some of it you have a hard time with, and it's wearing on you. It's wearing on you because you are fixed air. So you tend to get very caught up in your own thinking. True. But because your thoughts are so fluid, you need a little more room for exploration. That's where your strong sense of independence comes from. Okay? Because of the swiftness of your thoughts. Okay? And it's like you don't have much exploration there. Anyway, as we touched on that. Show me this, show me this Knight of Swords, please. Let's see how they're taking action. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. I want to see this person's Queen of Cups. I would feel a little bit better about it. I understand it. This is, we always go to your mother's house every Sunday, and it's never not been that way. We have to keep doing it. Why? Because we started it 20 years ago, so we're going to keep doing it. And there's, I don't know. It's more than that. It's obviously more than that. It's Knight of Swords. They're happy in this way. They are. Like I said, it's not that they're not sincere. It's there. They really believe these things, if that helps you. The sincerity of what they believe and how they act on it is there. So it's in alignment as far as I can tell. The Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups. This is what they understand makes them happy, so they continue to do it. It's just, and that's where your current day energy feels the least you. They seem to be so satisfied and content in this method and in this way, and you're over here like, this is getting on my last damn nerves. And that's, you're really having a hard time sometimes finding yourself in this union. They seem to be so content and happy, and you're like, how come I'm not the same way? How come they're so comfortable being attached at the hip and always doing the same thing every day, every way, the same thing? What, is it just me? Am I crazy? Is my tension all out of whack? Your energy is a little out of whack, and I'll tell you why. There's some aspects to yourself you have not gotten in touch with yet. But in the real world, you're experiencing it as conflict. And it's kind of like, well, maybe this is a me problem because they have no problem. Look at this. They think this way, they back it up. They think this way, they back it up. They think this way, they back it up. And they seem to be generally pleased. So maybe I'm the one with the problem. You're having a hard time. You're still honoring this contract. You are. But you're struggling to find yourself in it. Your future orientation is terribly interesting. You're not ready to walk away from this yet. You're blocking that. You're trying to manifest more, not less. You're still in the union. I just hope you get to a space where you can find yourself more in the union. This person's energy would give you more allowance to be you. Something like that. Okay. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. This is fascinating. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. That always reminds me of The Other Guys. I don't know if you've seen that. It's one of my favorite comedies. I love that movie. I've seen it a dozen times. I've seen it like a dozen times. It always makes me laugh. It always makes me smile. The Other Guys. And there's just this brilliant moment where Mark Wahlberg goes, "I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly." And that's it. It's like, I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. But here's the trick, baby. First of all, peacocks don't fly. They can kind of flutter and they can float. But here's the thing. You don't know that you want to. Not yet. You're kind of accusing yourself of, why can't I be comfortable in this union? And it's because you want to fly. You just don't know that you want to fly. Aquarius wants to be more of an Aquarius. You know, for some of you, it's so funny I said that. I'm a peacock, you gotta let me fly. For some of you, that might be important. Okay, I'm so sorry. I went off on that side rail. Show me that Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. Okay. There's a little hold up here in the heart space. What's going on? 7 of Wands to the Chariot. What's this? There's a lot of confidence in this person about what you two have managed to achieve. That's where their emotionality seems to be coming from. It's like when they reflect on the material world and what you have built together, that's where their sense of source of happiness and pride kind of kicks in. So I'm seeing two emotional parts to this person. There is a Queen of Cups here, okay? And in terms of emotional movement, in terms of change and the delivery of emotional expression, we're kind of resisting that, okay? But when it comes to our 10 of Pentacles, okay, the life they share with you, that's where their emotionality seems to be the most comfortable, okay? So that kind of openness to change, not so much there's resistance there in terms of being flexible, okay? In terms of being flexible, but I think they're trying to try. I do. Okay, I do. Their biggest heart space by far is in connection to their sense of security and the resources and things like that. All right? But there's some resistance there to movement forward, to change. But I believe they're trying. I do. I do. You know? All right, let's see the shared energy here. Ace of Cups, 7 of Wands. Again, more of that hesitation, and then 4 of Wands again. Show me the shared energy, please. Show me the shared energy, please. Show me that shared energy, please. Yeah, they might be a little inflexible, but I think they're willing to try. The idea of whatever increases the happiness of household, that kind of thing. Okay. But yes, like I said, there's love here. And if your person well and truly hears you or understands you, you know, they'll incorporate some change. I know they're happy to do what they do. I see that. You not so much. So, getting in touch with those things that make you uncomfortable about the commitment so you can better find yourself in it. The Ace of Cups, please. Show me that Ace of Cups, please, for the shared energy. Show me that Ace of Cups. Temperance, healing of the heart space for the both of you. You know, a lot of patience you show each other. A sense of willing to heal and to try. 7 of Pentacles, like I said, putting the work in to heal. So like I said, 7 of Pentacles can often be stagnation. In this sense, it's the time of its workability. It's over a period of time. We have built up a lot in our heart space, okay? So we work hard to try to heal it when there's trouble or difficulty. Okay, so that's lovely. All right, You may not know, honey, that you're having such a hard time. You may not know that you're having such a hard time in your union. There's some things you're just not, like, how can they be so... They seem to thrive on this energy, and there's parts of it that I just have a hard time with. Yeah. Because you should still have a sense of individuality, Aquarius, that's why. All right, Seven of Wands, please. Show me the Seven of Wands, please. Show me the blockage. Show me that Seven of Wands, please. Show me that Seven. Okay, the High Priestess. Your intuition is telling you what about the Seven of Wands? The blockage. What about it? The Queen of Cups. Your intuition is telling you this blockage, whatever's holding this connection up, it's coming from an emotional space, okay? And it's really requiring you to go within and get in touch with your feelings, okay? About what you're really experiencing and what you're really expressing and why. And your intuition is telling you there's a lot of blockage here, and it's going back to how you really feel, and you just may not understand that yet. And I see you trying to get in touch with exactly that. Show me that Four of Wands, please. Show me that Four of Wands, please. And that's why sometimes your heart space gets blocked, okay? And why you sometimes might feel emotionally absent from this connection. It's because you're not allowed to be yourself in it. For some of you, feel like you're not allowed to be yourself in your connection, you know? Or that it's not welcome. I see them willing to try. It's hard for them to be a little flexible. But if it means increasing the happiness of household, they seem to be willing to do it. But yeah, I see a block on your heart space because there's things you're discovering in this connection about yourself. That's all. You know? Show me the Four of Wands, please. Show me that Four of Wands, please. Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords. Man, that's a lot of mental energy. In the meantime, okay. And it's causing you a lot of mental stress. That's a lot of mental, that's a lot of mental stress, Aquarius. And it's still present in that union. Okay? And it's kind of like it's eating you alive sometimes. Okay? Show me. The Four of Cups, that's what I'm saying. All that mental anguish, how can they be so comfortable with the rule book and living the same life day in, day out? Is there something wrong with me? No, honey, you just can't find yourself in this connection. That's all. The union, your sense of self. I know that when you two are together, you two probably sync up well in the physical world. It's just your individual energy suggests that it's restless. It can't find itself. You wonder if something's wrong with you. And yeah, it's all that around this union, okay? I'm stressed out all the time, and I'm unhappy, and I don't know why. And I'm telling you why, honey. It's because you can't find yourself in this, okay? They can exist in the happiness of what you two agreed to. Easily. Very easily. This person's at their maximum comfort level. They're like, I know what to do and I know how to do it. I know what to do and I know how to do it. These things that I do every day with you or in our life gives me absolute comfort and joy because I'm abiding by the 10-step program of a relationship, and so that way I always know what to do. And they seem to thrive in that particular energy. You're not. You're not. It's kind of like it's hard for you to see yourself in this. So I don't see a union that's breaking. I see you not walking away from it. You're still part of it. Your emotions are a little more absent than you would like them to be. You want to summon forth more, not less, and I hope you achieve that. And I also hope you get to see yourself in this more, okay, if you want to. And that might be something that you are discovering. P.S. Does this union feel like it doesn't fit you? That would explain all this disconnectivity you're experiencing. That's for some of you. And that might be leading to a bigger question that you may not be comfortable with yet. Okay? But that's a fuck ton of mental anguish here, honey. and you literally don't feel good about it. That's what I'm saying. This is where that emotional numbing is coming from, and it's residing within that union that you cannot feel your place in. And I want you to get there. It may not be with this person. It may not be in this commitment. And that's something else you might have to think about. Because I still see you both giving it the good college try. You've put in a lot of time together. You've built a life together. And it's like, here's the thing though. Can you see yourself in that life? Can you find yourself in that life? Do you still want that life? So I know this is painful, and it is painful. And all that mental anguish is where a big part of your emotional lethargy is coming from. Okay? So I can't actually say, honey, it's about them. I can't. They're very content. This person's in energetic alignment. True. The only time I see tension in their energy is when it comes to the subject of flexibility. Somebody defaults to that structured energy really well and really fast. Where are we in time? Okay. I thought this was going to be over an hour. It is not. It was complicated, yes, but also incredibly straightforward. Your energy was really speaking to me today. But yeah, no, their energy is really contained in and of itself. They're like, I have a set of rules to live by, and that gives me comfort. You know, it gives me comfort, and I act on it every day. Right? And so it's like you see how they handle the commitment, and you're like, why can't I be that content with the simplicity of it? Why do I feel like I can't get comfortable in this thing? How come I can't see myself in it? Why do my feelings feel like they're all over the fucking place? How come I'm so detached from this connection? How am I so detached from myself? Well, there are parts of it that work for you, and there's other parts that are not working for you. And what you need to discover are those parts that are not working for you. This is, your person is like thriving under this. And that's one of the things that works with you. How can they be so content? And they make it look so easy. They make it look so easy. They make it look so easy. So why am I having such a hard time with it? No. That's something you need to discover. It could be parts of the union itself. It could be something much bigger about the union. And is it a correct fit for you? In the future orientation, I see you committing to stay in this connection. You're not walking away from it. You're not allowing that, not at this time. And you're trying to summon more for it, not less. Which actually tells me quite a bit. They, however, are showing difficulty with flexibility and changing direction. But the idea is, well, you know, if this adds more to my Ten of Pentacles, if this adds more to our Ten of Pentacles, okay, we'll give it a crack. All right? I know. But for now, this is where you are, and it sucks. It sucks. The biggest block on your feelings by far is not getting in touch with your intuition, which is what we need. Over here. That's where all that mental pain's coming from. And the emotional dissatisfaction. So if you're trying to force yourself into a union, to force yourself to get into it and to stay into it, that's not working either. Okay? But for the most part, I'm seeing an Aquarius whose my parts don't seem to fit this, and I don't know why. Specifically, I don't feel like myself in this. They seem to be willing to try. You seem to be willing to try. The outcome's kind of mixed results. The outcome is kind of mixed results. But there's a lot more conscious awareness of the issue than there was with the moon. And I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. The moon. So while this isn't a beautiful outcome for your Four of Swords, I'm sorry, for your Four of Wands, I understand that's not a beautiful outcome. This does tell me, if this helps you, is that you're a lot more aware of the real issue. We're not doing much about it, but we're a lot more aware of the real issue than we were before. Okay? I see you both being willing to try. And you might well discover that this union's not allowing you to thrive, or the real source of your emotional disconnectivity. You know? I don't know. Time will tell. But you're making huge strides regardless. I'd like to see more healing for you and not just for the union you've established with this person. I'd like to see more self-discovery in you. I would. And I hope you get into that space. I know it's very tempting that when you get emotionally overwhelmed or you just feel sad or bad on the day-to-day, it's so easy to shut that down because it's just easier not to, right? I know, but that's not serving you. So, of course, it makes sense you're going to continue to choose this in the interim. I'm not seeing any clear markers here. It's like a Ten of Swords twice, but I'm not seeing any other definitive markers. Okay. It's like coming to harsh terms with what you're really experiencing. After that, I don't know. I don't know. But this process is interesting. I understand it in my own way. I do. Your person is remarkably straightforward. I can see the union you've shared. I can kind of see what you're experiencing as an individual. It touches on much deeper issues. And I hope you get into that place of understanding yourself in this union, what it means to you, how you're reacting to it, how you're experiencing it, what you signed up for, what you thought this was going to be, what you're actually getting, and also do you continue to see yourself in it? You understand? Do you continue to see yourself in this? What happens if you cannot find your place in it? Okay? Much bigger issues than what I'm seeing today, or I should say larger consequences. Okay. Okay. I don't know about that. Is there anything else here? The Lenormand Bluebird. You have to forgive me while I struggle to read. The print is phenomenally small. All right. Anything in here, please, for Aquarius? Anything here, please, for Aquarius? I'm not using charms again until I replace them. They're coming. Let me tell you something. When you work with charms, don't get them that are in script. You can't tell a J from an F from a P. So I'm replacing all my charms with just plain lettering. So I don't confuse a C and an E, because they both have little curly Q's. It's ridiculous. Okay. Aquarius energy, please. Aquarius energy, please. Cavalier. Heed well good news from the Cavalier. Impassioned views promise good cheer. Sadness that hides, veiled in the day, once disguised, soon flying away. It's easy to forget in the face of good cheer. It's almost like that's so impassioned views promise good cheer. I can tell that this person has an impassioned view, and it's kind of like you're almost inspired to that or inspired by that. And why can't I be more like that? They don't seem to have a problem with it. They seem to thrive on it. So why am I chafing in it so much? Well, there you go. Sadness that hides, veiled in the day. You see what I'm saying? It's like in the face of this, what you're really experiencing and what you allow to show are completely two different things. And it's like once you put on your disguise, you can disguise it pretty well. You know what I mean? Anything else, please, for Aquarius? Got a lot of masculine energy here today. The Gentleman, number 28, which I forgot this is 1. This is 28. It's a matching suite made of heart energies. Okay, the Gentleman. This principal card shows a man tried and true, held high in regard. He tells fortunes for you. And upon your behest, if the cards are read well, the worst and the best the cards will foretell. So, yeah, it's honesty in this reading today, both parts of it. The love is real, but then so too is your conflict. They are both correct. So if there's anyone who can appreciate that duality, it's you. Yes, the love exists, but so too is your conflict in that love. And how you're experiencing your commitment, your union is real too. I know this person makes it look easy. That's not what you're experiencing. You're experiencing something different. Like I said, I hope you get into that space where you can see more of you in this, not less. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Again, let me know if you're dealing with Taurus. You might have some strong Taurus in your chart, but again, it's in a reflection of that commitment energy. Okay. Show me. Show me what else, please. Timelines. Any critical timelines, please. Two of Pentacles. So for some of you, this has been ongoing already. It's something that you've already been juggling with or struggling with, and it could be back upwards to 2 years. Hopefully it's not 2 more years out from now, but that could very well be the case. Timelines in tarot, okay, can go on a long time. It's not going to be an overnight discovery. This is a slow process. I didn't see any towers for you. No sudden, swift realization of anything crashing down on you. Some of the strongest and scariest points for you are under the moon. That's going to take a minute to tease out. Okay? So for some of you, yeah, this has been an ongoing thing that you've been struggling with. Back and forth with it. And 2 might be important. The second, 2 months, 2 weeks, yeah, 2 years. Upwards to 2 years for some of you. Anything else, please? Imperative timelines. There's that Queen of Swords energy again. The next air sign season is Gemini, which we'll be entering relatively soon. That is late May. For some of you, Emperor energy. 4, some of it's happening now. Some of it's happening later. Oh, or it did happen in April. I'm still in April mind, let me tell you. I'm still in April mind. By the time this comes out, we will have just transitioned into May. So there might have been some critical energy that's happening now is the point. Okay. Speaking of the Tower. It could just be that the 16th is important. 16 reduces to 7, so that would put us into July. What about the Tower, please? What about the Tower, please? What about the Tower, please? There's that firm insistence, too, in reaction to that Queen of Swords. Like, I'm cool, you're cool. I'm in charge, you're in charge. It's like, we know what's up. Some of that Tower, please. But on the inside, you wonder why it's so hard. There's something critical about that 8 of Cups energy. Okay? There's something critical about that 8 of Cups energy. How come I can't always feel my feelings? Is there anything wrong with you? No. I think you have become emotionally numb. Which is going to happen when you don't feel like you're your own person. Which is going to happen if you're feeling a disconnect between what you signed up for and what you're actually experiencing. Some of you are learning the hard way that commitment energy isn't for everyone. Or rather, what you thought was commitment is changing, and perhaps you don't know it. Okay? There's something here about that 8 of Cups that's an imperative point. Why am I emotionally absent? Why am I not feeling enough for this? I continue to choose it, and that's because there's still love here, right? But I myself, I don't always feel what's changing, what's going on, what's in me. Have my feelings changed? Bingo. Have my feelings changed? There's a radical realization in there somewhere. The Lovers, Gemini energy, does not have to be. 6, I'm sorry, back to dates. 2, 16, 8, 21, 6. This is for some of you, not all of you. Okay. I'm focusing on the Lovers. I wanted to know what that was about, in case it wasn't just a timeline reference. It could literally be in connection to Gemini. We also have Scorpio here, possibly Leo. That's not really the point. Spiritual connection, sure, possibly. But possibly for somebody here, the passion's dead. The ambition, the drive, to want to continue to carry out. That's who he represents. That willingness to drive no matter what. To keep going, to keep going, to keep going. That drive and ambition, the passion might be gone for somebody. And we don't quite know it yet. Okay. Okay, that's enough of that. Aquarius, put in the comments as you see fit. And again, like I said, I hope you get to that space where you can see more of yourself, not less. Where you can experience more of yourself within your union, not less. Where you're not just going along for the rule book ride because you think everybody else is doing it. You can have a sense of self within marriage, within a union. You can. Okay? And hopefully a person opens up towards that. There you go. Take care. Be well.